Hi, this is Jonathan from Nimonik, and I want to give you a very quick overview of how Nimonik helps medical device companies access and manage standards and regulatory data. Let's get started. We're going to do a short introduction about Nimonik just to give you a sense of who we are. We'll talk about standards and how we provide those to many medical device companies around the world. And then we'll discuss very briefly the software tools and regulatory data that Nimonik also offers to medical device companies. Very briefly about Nimonik, we were started in 2008 and have over 800 companies around the world using our service to ensure compliance to standards and regulations. We acquired a company called Document Center that you might be familiar with. They've been selling standards since 1982, so over 40 years of experience selling standards, and they are established in California, where we now have an office in Oakland, California, and service many companies on the West Coast as well as the East Coast. Combined, our two companies now offer enhanced access to standards. We have an integrated subscription platform that all of our customers are using. We have integrated regulatory data and other great functionality to help medical device companies manage their compliance. Customer support has been dramatically increased with this acquisition, and we have teams all across North America, as well as around the world in Asia and Europe. We've also increased our expertise and expanded our market research reach as we expand to new markets. On the top right-hand side, you'll see some medical device companies that we're servicing, as well as many other businesses in other areas. Let's talk a little bit about standards and how we help medical device companies access their standards. So there's two ways to access your standards. There's the retail store where you can purchase print copies and PDF. On the retail store, we guarantee the lowest price. If you find the same standard, lower price somewhere else, come see us and we'll match it. We have great customer support. We'll respond fast and accurately to any inquiry you have. You can purchase a variety of standards from many standards bodies that impact the medical device industry. We do offer print and PDF discounts, but again, PDF is usually limited to one computer. So you're better off with subscription if you want to have multi-user access. And we're very excited to announce that a new store for standards will be launched later this summer. Subscriptions. So there's a variety of ways you can get standards. One is retail, where you're buying PDFs and print, but another way that allows you to give access to your entire team is to subscribe to industry standards. And we work with over 30 SDOs, and we're in the process of growing that list. So over the next few years, you'll see more and more SDOs made available through Nimonik's services. And we have all the major SDOs that affect the medical device industry. So some of the advantages of subscription: you can provide access to your entire team, and we can organize it by site, by location, by business unit. You can download standards as many times as you want, rather than being limited to just one download when you purchase in a retail store. When you subscribe to a standard, you're going to get all the versions of that standard, all the historical versions, and as new revisions come out, you'll get the new versions. With our software tools, you can assign actions to your colleagues to have them follow up on specific requirements or specific standards, and you can use the workflow tools to ensure that standards don't slip through the crack and that the requirements are properly communicated to the right people in your business. This list goes into a little bit more detail about the differences between print and subscription. And it's important to note that purely from an end user or copyright license point of view, if you want multiple people to be accessing the standard, you need to go down that subscription path. You can print from subscription, PDF, download. We're also going to have the ability to view the standards on an iOS or Android tablet. So if your staff have tablets, they'll be able to read and mark up standards on them. Redline is coming this summer, where you'll be able to compare two versions of a standard. You'll be able to note, take, and mark up, have many users. Again, all the versions of the standard and workflow tools. Some other benefits: you can assign actions to do follow-up, create checklists, and for some standards, we can break down the requirements. And we have an AI chatbot that right now works primarily on regulations, but in the future will be having standards in it. You can also upload your internal corporate documents, engineering and design documents, and link those back to standards. We have reporting on usage. And if you go with block pricing, where you buy a block of standards, you can swap standards in and out of that block throughout your subscription period. Well, that was a little bit about standards. We think subscription is really a great way to go for any medical device company that's trying to get products to market. So tools and regulatory data. We're really excited to announce a regulatory chatbot that allows you to interact with 21 CFR as well as FDA guidance documents. We're maintaining this database of information up to date. So in our chatbot, you're assured that you're always talking to the most up-to-date and relevant information from the CFR as well as FDA. We'll also be upgrading this with more data and more features over the coming months. But if you want to have a sneak peek at our regulatory data and chatbot, contact us. We do offer a 20-day free trial. So what Nimonik is doing fundamentally is we're bringing together standards, which many of you are familiar with regulations, and then with some tools that'll also allow you to upload your company documents, such as design and engineering documents. The idea is to bring all of your requirements into a single place and then manage them proactively. So again, we're bringing together regulations, standards, and your corporate documents. And we have this very straightforward workflow where we help you identify the documents that apply to your products and business. We can help you pinpoint requirements within those documents. And then if you decide, you can link those back to your corporate documents, you can rank them by risk, and make sure that nothing slips through the cracks. You can then create actions for your colleagues, your suppliers, your team members, and management to ensure that people do the appropriate follow-up at the right time. And then you can flip a lot of this data into inspections and checklists that allow you to validate that people have read the standards, read the regulations, and implemented the requirements they need to do. Nimonik will help you identify the requirements across many areas. We'll help you pinpoint regulations and standards that apply to you and help you upload your documents to the system. You can then trigger actions and audits. The product can be broken up into 5 core modules. So you only need to take the portions that make sense for your business today. The library and newsletter, number 1 and 2, are your core features to access standards and regulations. And this is what is most similar to other standards aggregators out there. If you want to go a few steps further, you can build registers or lists of applicable documents and obligations. You can indicate risk, controls, and actions you want to take, and then conduct audits on a periodic basis. So you only need to take the modules that make sense for your business. And when you speak to one of our compliance experts, they'll help guide you on the modules that make sense for your operations. If you have any questions or would like an in-person discussion or demonstration, please contact us at info@nimonik.com or give us a call. It would be our pleasure to help you ensure that your medical devices are in compliance with standards and regulations and that you have no surprises as you go to market. Thank you so much and have a great day.